Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. You might have seen my previous video that I uploaded. It's basically like a kind of like a jelly worms kind of animations. There's actually 3 different versions. This is the EV one. This renders correctly. There's also this Cycles one, and this is RenderMan. With the RenderMan, I think I set it slightly differently. But yeah, it's looking something like this. It's just like a kind of like a bunch of lines and worms. So this is a RenderMan one. This is, by the way, this is DaVinci Resolve version 17. It's quite a really nice compositing and video editing app. You can just select your media and then cut it and then edit it, and then you can compose it. It's really cool. Basically, you can give it a try. This is how it looks inside Blender. And how did I create this? This is basically just a bunch of lines, and each lines is having like a noise displacement. And then I simply use geometry nodes, so we can have a lot of instances of these snakes, lots of them. And this is actually procedural. Again, I just keep it going. This is like never-ending stream of lines. It's really pretty weird and pretty crazy. Oops. Oh yeah. The cool thing is that, okay, Blender can handle it pretty well. So yeah, I think I might actually get a screenshot of this for the wallpaper. Okay. So let's take a look how I created this. So like I said, this is there's a bunch of worms that I hide. This is the worms, each one with different length. Okay, each one have different lengths, and they are actually animated. Okay, so this is the result. The result is, of course, this is the geometry nodes. This is the bunch of lines. The geometry nodes itself is pretty simple. Let's take a look at geometry nodes. I think this is a cube or icosphere, and then I simply, oh, I have rotation here, which is interesting. I think this is supposed to be radius or scatter. Okay, I'm actually using subdivisions, and I scatter all these lines on top of the subdivisions, and I actually align the rotation as well, and then instance the worms. And the worms has a special material. If I select one of the worms, you can see the material here. Just object random color ramp and principal BSDF. Oh, this is RenderMan shader using Pixar. I'm using Blender 3.0 alpha. Oh yeah, the sphere chalk nodes itself is looking like this. Sphere chalk nodes sometimes a little bit like worms itself, like we don't know where to start, but this is start with the ending. Polyline viewer will generate curve based on this line that I disturb using noise displacement, and I'm generating 10. I can make it, I'm generating 100. So this is with just 10 lines. I can make 100 or 1000. So this is the worms that's being generated on the fly, and then being scattered and instanced into the icosphere or the cube. So this is, let's say I have like 50 worms, each one with different point numbers and different size. Plug this into the noise displays with randomized seed. So I have different seed for each line, and I'm also using noise displays, and there's this noise matrix that I use with time. So I have this animated, so we have like a snake kind of growing out of the ground. It's pretty strange looking, but interesting. If you want to see the RenderMan result, okay, this is, like I said, if I just render this as Eevee, we have this. Oh, somehow the material is not properly assigned. I think I need to just do that. Anyway, the material should work. If I render, however, okay, if I render, somehow the worms, the number of worms becoming less. I don't know why, but it happens. This is Cycles. I don't know why it's white color. Let me exit. It should be all in different color. Let me reopen with another Blender 2.92 with RenderMan. Okay, so it looks slightly different. Okay, this is Cycles. Yeah, you can see Cycles is using Eevee. Eevee actually, so it looks okay in the preview, but if I try to render this out, see, I don't know why. Maybe this is a bug. Maybe my computer memory is not enough. Okay, so if I use RenderMan and try to render this, so if I render this on the 3D view, it looks correct, but if I use the other render, it looks weird. It doesn't work. So I kind of wondering why. And also the color doesn't seem to work. If I go to shader editor, where is the RenderMan shader? We have Pixar Vari, plug into Pixar surface material. If I give it different color and random hue, I should get all kind of random color. Yeah, I think it actually works. It's just not as obvious. Yeah, I think this is pretty good looking. While it's rendering, if I want to get rid of these lines, I can just turn off the Pixar Dome. So yeah, that's the setup for this weird worm creations. Alright, so hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.